Perfect Fit Closets. Using the 2020 design program and using our Perfect Fit closet catalog in 2020, we're going to talk about how to add drawers behind doors. We're going to be using the scooped dovetail drawer box with no front. In my 2020 platform, I have a module with 2 openings that's 24 inches deep, looking at my split screen and the top view. On the right-hand side, I've got a solo module with 1 opening that's 22 inches deep. So let's take a look at a standard drawer box and a standard module, and then we'll upgrade to a drawer box behind a closet door. We can certainly go into our categories, parts, drawers. We know that in our drawer section, we have 3 types of drawers. We have our 3/4 inch MDW with our 6, 8, 9, 12, and 12F drawer fronts. We have our dovetail drawer boxes, 6, 8, 9, 12, and 12F with our drawer front. And we also have our scoop dovetail drawer box. And this one's got no front, but the top is going to be 2, 3, 6, and 8 inches high. For a regular standard drawer box, we can drag and drop a 12-inch. Drop it in, and let's add 3 of them. So this would be kind of a standard type of drawer box. We're going to do a half overlay, and we're going to finish it off underneath our shelves and shelf fixed. We're going to drag it in once I see my magnet, let go of my mouse, and we'll do a half overlay. And let's add a bunch of adjustable shelves. So this would be kind of a standard type. We're going to go into our parts, doors, and we're going to find a door connect between fixed shelves and drop it in. So this would be kind of a standard type. We could always subtract the actual shelf adjustables and add an actual hanging rod. And this will be a standalone system. So here's the other option. We can delete these shelves. And because we have a deep system, we can have a depth between 22 to 24 inches deep, and we can have hanging rods. So we're going to go to categories, accessories, rods, and we can put a hanging rod in here, and there will be no interference whatsoever. So you can see the rod placement, it's in the middle, and you can have your hanging rod behind a closet door. We've got our closet door and then our drawer fronts. Here is another method to that. So if we had a closet rod at the very top, and we wanted drawers, but we wanted cabinet doors instead, we can go into our categories, parts, drawers. So instead of using our 3/4 inch drawer or our 5/8 dovetail, we're going to go to our scooped dovetail. We can grab an 8-inch. We'll drag it in. Once I see my magnet, I'm going to let go of my mouse and a drop. We'll add a 6-inch and drop. We'll add a 3-inch and drop, and we'll add a 2-inch and drop. If we zoom in, we can see the actual heights. We can see the clearances. We're just adding some annotations and so forth. So we can always move this up and down and create the necessary space that we want, depending on the client's needs. We can then go to our parts, shelves, shelf fixed. And we'll put a shelf fixed to mimic it, just so that we can see the differences between left and right. So we have the exact same method, except we have a few more extra drawers. And again, we can change the sizes if we wish. And now we can put in a cabinet door, but there's going to be a collision. So if we go to categories, parts, and doors, we'll try to find our C door. We're going to drag it in, and we can see that I can't drop it into the very bottom because I have the scooped dovetail drawer boxes. We'll hit escape. So to add drawers behind closet doors, we're going to use the scoop dovetail drawer box with no front, but we're going to make one adjustment to this. Right now, that comes with undermount soft close slides. We take a look, we can right click on the drawer box, go into our attributes, right click the illustration that we can see a bit better, and we can see that with this drawer box, it'll come with our undermount soft close slides, 22 inches deep, comes with our screws, the posi screw, and a regular flat screw. Now, in our general tab, we're going to skip on over to our variables tab, In our variables tab, the fourth row down, depth, height, width, behind door. Default is behind door, no. So it's always going to say no as a default. Now I can click this drop down button and I select yes. If I select yes, I'll click on apply and OK. You can see the drawer is now less wide to accommodate spacers. There'll be a spacer on the left and right side. So now we can clear the door hinges. If there's a cabinet door hinge here and a half overlaid door, we can't use these drawer boxes because it's going to create a collision. We always want to make the actual drawer box a little less narrow, add some spacers in there so that the client can go ahead and pull the drawer box and clear the cabinet door. We'll do the same thing again. So we're going to right click the actual scoop drawer box. We'll follow through with the scoop dovetail drawer box. We're going to left click our attributes. We're going to right click the illustration so we can see it better. We're verifying that we have undermount soft close slides, 22-inch. We're going to left click on our variables. And actually, I'm going to just move this over slightly to the right. You can see it there. We'll make this a little bit tighter. There we go. And we'll just move this over. Drawer depth override. No, we don't want that. We want behind door. So we're going to click on yes. And I want everyone to take a look right here. We're going to click on yes. We're going to click on apply. And it has now resized the width. We'll click on OK to save the changes. We'll do it again. Right click the actual drawer box. Follow through. Go to attributes. Left click on our variables. Behind door, yes. Apply and OK. And you could actually even see the spacers here. So the installer will attach these slides as normal. It's going to come with our undermount soft close slides, but we're just adding these spacers. We'll click on apply and OK. The third one has changed. And last but not least is the last one. So again, we're going to go to attributes, right click the illustration so we can see the textured lines. No spacers, undermount soft close slides, 22-inch. Left click our variables. Behind door, yes. It is now changed. We now have an undermount soft close slides, 22-inch, but it's also got now our spacers. We'll click on apply and OK. Now these all four doors can accommodate a C door. So let's go back into our C door. We'll drag and drop. And we can see we can actually move it to the top, bottom, or both. We'll left click once. And let's quickly take a look at our perspective view. We can see our doors and drawers. We can right click, left click on our attributes. And we can verify. We're going to right click the illustration so we can see a bit better, see the textured lines. We're going to left click our variables. And what I'm going to do as a little tip is I'm going to open this door. Right now it's set at 0 degrees. If I increase this and watch the illustration on the top left, it's open by 5 degrees, 16 degrees, and so forth. And we're going to scroll all the way down to 90 degrees. We provide a 105-inch hinge door, but with the program, it can only open up 90 inches. So we're going to open up the door at 90 inches. We'll click on apply and OK. And you can see from the perspective view that we actually have the door open. And you can actually also see the undermount soft close slides, as well as the spacers here. Spacer, spacer, and the undermount soft close slides. So that's a pretty cool feature to have. And this is the only way to actually have cabinet drawers behind doors. So we have two exceptions. We have a cabinet door with drawer fronts, or we can have scoop dovetail drawer boxes with the spacers behind the cabin doors, and now we have two solid cabinet doors. And so we have option A and option B, depending on what your client wishes. I've also laid out a 22-inch deep module, and this is the minimum requirement if you would like to have closet rods behind cabinet doors. So 22 is the minimum, 24 is the standard. So again, these are Great if you want to have behind cabinet doors. If you have any questions regarding adding drawers behind doors and using the Scoop Dovetail drawer box with no front, please do contact us at support@perfectfitcanada.com.